I'm okay.
So it's good to have you. Also from our PE studios, Fina Mzimkhulu, chairperson of the South African Football Association Schools Committee. Fina, thank you very much for joining us indeed. Where do I start? Let me start in PE. Home away, it's an away game. Fina, let's start with you. You heard the intro there. A lot of development football we're looking ahead to. Take us through that in itself. We always speak about we want kids to play for the sake of, well, national football.
Thank you very much, Chabi. So good evening to you and the viewers at home and the teachers that are very much highly involved in the organizing school football. It's correct that you start with the custodians of football. I represent SAFA. I'm the chairperson of the school's football. This is a mandate given by all SAFA members, 52 regions and associate members. So that is what we are busy organizing. And now, yes, correctly so, our under 13 and under 15 and 17, as well as under 19 boys and girls, we are starting with the program. We've been in the first term busy with the registration. Now the kickoff is happening now. Other schools have started today, others are starting next week.
Brahman, let me come to you. Here we are. Under 14 was launched, the McDonald's Under 14 tournament was launched, what, 2 days ago? And it's from SAFA?
Yes.
Take us through that. I mean, again, another initiative. I mean, it's always good news to see that we speak about youngsters in particular. I mean, a sport, South Africa crazy about their football. So it's nice to see that at grassroots level something is being done.
Thank you, Taviso, for this opportunity. Good evening to you and the viewers at home. Yes, yesterday, actually not 2 days ago, yesterday we launched a 3-year cycle of the McDonald's Under 14 Schools League. And I must say this is a culmination of the McDonald's legacy program. You'll recall that during the 2010 FIFA World Cup, when McDonald's first became involved in football in terms of our understanding, they were responsible with the player escorts for these youngsters that are leading the players. But we negotiated then, and eventually we signed this deal of the Under 14. And for the last 6 years, we're together and we're able to do a lot of good things, produce quite a number of fantastic players to date. And yesterday, showing a vote of confidence in the leadership of SASFA and the membership general of SASFA, we renewed for the next 3 years.
Speaking about that, I mean, you've seen some of the kids now, and I remember vividly, Brahmanda, during 2010. So is that where it started? Those kids who walked the players on, eventually, look, hey, here they are, let's go bigger than that. These kids want to be footballers, and is that how this started to begin off?
That was the beginning of the dream, Tabiso, and that is why even the concept of this McDonald's Under 14 Schools League is developing dreams. That is where it started, and we then said to McDonald's South Africa, but if you are busy, involved, we're not aware, we thought McDonald's is just about restaurant and beggars. But that you are involved in football and player escorts, can we sit down, can we develop a league? And today it's history. We are looking towards to the next fantastic 3 years.
Profina, let me come to you down in PE. You look at situations like, I mean, you know, things like these, and you must say, a helping hand, obviously, all round helps a lot, Profina, because at the end of the day, it's all about local football. At the end of the day, it's all about these youngsters being, you know, taught at that level, groomed at that level, and one day wearing the green and gold of South Africa, being Bafana players and representing this country.
Yes, of course. I'm surprised, seriously, when we hear people talking about SASFA, because as far as SAFA is concerned, we don't have an associate member that is SASFA. Members of SAFA last year took a clear resolution in terms of disbanding SASFA because it was not delivering as per the mandate. Remember, SAFA, with its vision of mass participation, involving women, involving girls and boys in schools football, reviving, you know, bringing back the culture where schools will play against each other. That's been the cry throughout the country. The parents, the unions have been crying around that. So when the resolution was taken last year in March, we've been engaging with some of the people, showing the direction until in September. there was the formation of a committee by SAFA. So that is when we talk of confidence, the confidence you get in running school football, you get it from SAFA as custodians of football. So it will be risky for anyone to engage in other activities outside SAFA.
Brafina, I didn't want to go there in the sense, because I would think that at the end of the day, this is all about development, in particular football in the country. Who does it is not really an issue as far as I'm concerned. So I didn't want to go there, because I do know that in the context of this interview, there are differences, in fact, legal differences between yourself and SAFA. That is mine. That's not mine to try and dissect here. Mine is like, it's about the kids at the end of the day, and that's why we want to do this, and that's why you are doing this.
Thank you very much, Tabiso, for intervening there. Really, for us, we are doing this as volunteers and as educators and as teachers, and there is what is called an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, between the two ministers, where our structures were formed by the Education Department, but that is a debate for another day. Coming back to our launch yesterday, it was a good fanfare. I must tell you, we have these players that came through. You know, Sibonga Gonke Mbata is playing for Bidvest.
He was one of your players?
He played in this tournament in 2014. He was based at the School of Excellence. You won't believe it. That boy went on, to develop his dream further with the coach of the under-17 in Chile, in the World Cup already, and we are proud, and we're grateful to McDonald's. And for us is to see the difference, as you say, these players must eventually play for the different teams. You have a boy Tumelo, a boy who's playing for the Kwena Platinum Stars. He played over the weekend when Polokwane, unfortunately. But I must say, from our side as SASFA and the general membership, we are excited, and the confidence showed that McDonald's cares is not about other politics, it's other politics. We focus on football and football development.
What I'm going to do, Brafina, 30 seconds, literally, we don't have time. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Just wrap it up for me, in particular because there's also Ladies League, and we've been crying for a professional Ladies League. Just wrap it up. Literally 30 seconds, we're out of time.
Thanks. No. I thought initially you will ask me, where am I from? I'm coming from a school called Vulumzi. That's why I'm teaching. I don't know where my colleague is teaching. Because in terms of that MOU, teachers must be involved in organizing football, taking care of children. That's what happens throughout the sporting codes. The MOU does not talk about an associate member. It talks about federation. There's only one federation that is SAFA.
Brafina, what I'm going to do, Brafina, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop you there, because obviously, as I said, we're not about here to politicking. It's about developing football. Unfortunately, you can't give me the answer I was looking for. Mzimkhulu, chairperson of the SAFA Schools Committee, speaking to us from PE. In studio by Mazibuko Shoes. Thank you very much for speaking to us. SAFA, South African Schools Football Association, speaking to us about under 13, under 14, under 15, under 17, under 19 boys and girls out there in South Africa going a chance to, youth level, youth league, so to speak, and getting a chance to hopefully one day represent South Africa in this